Good evening, it's Monday, the 2nd day of October 2017. I'm Ryan Jilt, and this is your Barbados Today news update. Our top story: 8 police officers were today released on $3,000 bail after appearing in court charged with assault. Rashid DeWing King of number 17 Husbands Crescent St. James is alleging that Sergeants Felliston Jilt and Darby Griffith, as well as Police Constable Christopher Allen, Sherry-Ann Watkins, Dave Rock, Jason Leacock, Dave Griffith and Neil Grogan assaulted him at the District E Police Station on July 1, 2017, occasioning him actual bodily harm. The officers denied the charge when they went before Magistrate Wanda Blair in the Holestown Magistrates Court this morning. They have been warned not to interfere with King, who is being represented by Andrew Pilgrim QC and Kamisha Benjamin. King's lawyers, who filed the case, are expected to serve the accused with a number of statements, including his medical records, ahead of the court hearing into the matter, which is to be held on April 5, 2018. The Barbados Workers' Union has been summoned by Labour Minister Dr. Esther Bayar-Suku to a meeting on Wednesday at the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation in a bid to resolve the ongoing strike action. BWU General Secretary Tony Moore made the disclosure at the start of this evening's meeting with the union shop stewards to decide on the way forward.
Communication with both sides now suggests that the time has come for this matter to be revisited. I therefore write to invite you to attend the meeting on Wednesday, October 4th, 2017 at 10 a.m. at the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. I look forward to a speedy and amicable resolution and to the return of the CBC on a footing from which we can work towards financial recovery.
Much ado about nothing. Finance Minister Chris Sinckler assures there's no need for undue concern on the heels of another downgrade of Barbados' sovereign credit rating at the hands of international rating agency Standard & Poor's. S&P dropped Barbados' rating down a notch to CCC while saying in a statement that the negative outlook reflects the risk of a downgrade given the difficulty turning around fiscal policy, with parliamentary elections in 2018, a possible domestic debt exchange that could be a default under S&P's criteria, and prospects for a balance of payments crisis. Speaking earlier today on the sidelines of the launch of the St. Michael's Battle of the West Primary Schools quiz competition at St. Leonard's Boys Secondary School, Minister Sinckler noted that government would not be taking any actions to justify S&P's major concerns, even as he admitted the downgrades caused some anxiety on the international financial markets.
When we do programs, we look IMF, we look CDB, we look IDB, we look at other agencies and so forth and so on. We don't look at ratings agencies. Ratings do not determine economic policy. They may comment on it, they may have an opinion on it, and they may issue that opinion based on what they perceive to be the threats or potential threats to people who have lent money or are about to lend money. That is their role, and we respect that role. We know that it does have an impact. They are important in the process and can clearly create hysteria, as you have seen, among people domestically and otherwise. And we have to manage that, but we have to stay focused with what we have to do and proceed with it. And that's what we are basically doing.
Attorney-at-law and Barbados Labour Party St. Michael's Central candidate Arthur Holder is raising concern about what he calls irregularities in the justice system. Speaking at a meeting of the BLP's St. James South branch last night, he questioned why the court registry could speedily process bail applications for certain people while others have to wait several days. He cited the recent bail hearing of Acting Superintendent of Police John Annell, who was granted bail on the night of the day he was slapped with 6 ammunition charges.
My problem, and it is a problem that needs to be corrected by the Attorney General. That's why I'm speaking of it now. My problem has nothing to do with the granting of bail. My problem has to do with the release of the person. It appears that the registry can be convenient when it so desires. From the instances of persons being allowed to come home the same day when they were granted bail. Based on what has transpired, it appears that it is more convenient to go to seek bail in the High Court after 4:30. It appears that the registry works better after 4:30, after closing time. It sounds funny, but it is true. It is true. Because of all the instances that persons went home the same day, it occurred in the wee hours of the evening.
Whole strain. Education Minister Ronald Jones is assuring disgruntled CXC invigilators who are yet to be paid for work done since May that their pay packs are coming. Speaking to Barbados Today at the end of today's service to launch Education Month, Jones called for a bit of patience, but stressed there was nothing to worry about since the Caribbean Examinations Council always pays its bills.
I'm not CXC. I've never been CXC. Neither am I the local registrar or any of that nature. But suffice to say that I know that CXC pays its bills. Right. So this might merely be an oversight. And it's something we should be correcting. I don't see there's a need for persons to complain. They will get their money. CXC don't or cannot abscond. CXC is permanently located in Barbados, and they need to just draw this to the attention of the Caribbean Examination Council, and I'm sure that they will get what is theirs.
In sporting news, the West Indies pair of Evan Lewis and Azari Joseph has both made huge strides in the latest International Cricket Council one-day international rankings following career best performances in the just concluded 5-match series against England. Left-handed Lewis jumped 31 places in the batting rankings to break into the top 100 in the world at 78th, while Joseph moved 28 spots to 108th. The movement for both players come against the backdrop of outstanding performances in the 4th ODI at the Oval last Wednesday.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Morning, Miss Oya. Morning. You again. So you're washing cars now? Well, I can't keep up with you at all.
Yes, girl. You know they're going to provision to selling slow. And I don't sell nation newspapers at all because them don't sell. So I washing cars now. I like to get up before 8:30 because I can't take the hot sun. You want the car wash?
No, not today. It clean.
But you're going in very early though?
Yeah, I just going early so I can read the Barbados Today online before work starts.
Right. But you can still let me clean the vendor for the $2. At least it's still cheaper than the nation newspaper.
All right.
I got a special boo here that I got it shining. Thank you. Enjoy your day here.
You too.
All right. What that paper is? She can see clearly when the dirt is gone.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news now. An earthquake with a magnitude of 4.1 rattled several Caribbean islands today, but there are no immediate reports of injuries or damage. The Trinidad-based Seismic Research Center of the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies reported the quake, which occurred just after 8 o'clock this morning and was felt in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia and Grenada. The center said that the quake was located at latitude 13.23 degrees north, longitude 61.30 degrees west, and at a depth of 107 kilometers. Further afield, investigators are still clueless as to what led Stephen Paddock, the mastermind of the shooting at a Las Vegas concert. More than 58 people were killed and another 500 were injured in the incident, described as the deadliest mass shooting in recent history. Investigators say Paddock, who was from a community of senior citizens in a small town of Mesquite, northeast of Las Vegas, booked into the hotel on September 28th. There are suggestions that he had psychological issues. His brother Eric is still in shock.
They started shooting. Everybody thought it was like fireworks or something at first, and then people just started dropping around us.
I don't think anybody realized at first what was going on until we heard the second set of shots.
Everybody's started running, and then there was nowhere to run because you couldn't tell where it was coming from.
And it kept on going, and then he quiet for a bit, and then he fired another 15, 20 rounds, and that's when he realized it was a fully automatic.
It just kept happening and happening. And there was very short increments where there was breaks in between the shots, but it literally felt like it just continued for 20 minutes straight. And every time there was a break, we ran and we ran.
Once we got out the back, we started seeing the people that were shot and the people that were dead. And that's when it hit me that this was real.
They were shot, there's blood everywhere. It was horrifying, you know, you hear it on TV, but you don't think it's going to happen to you.
There were people hiding underneath my car for cover, and there was a gentleman that was shot, and he said, "Can you help me?" And so I put him in my car, and I had like 6 people in my car, people with out shoes, running just to get away. And
there were so many people, just normal citizens, doctors, cops, paramedics, like nurses, just off duty. Everyone's just communicating and working together. You got this person, you got this person, you got this person. It was completely horrible, but it was absolutely amazing to see all the people come together.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Ryan Jilt. Have a good evening.